Good morning, Warriors! Happy Saturday, or you might be watching this in the future, going back to the future. The future is the past, the future is the memory of what's happening right now. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. Let me grab a drink of water. Before we get started, there's a lot of places you can listen to my crazy ass. I have a podcast, the Coach JV Podcast, one of the top motivation podcasts on Spotify. Type in Coach JV in Google Podcast. It'll pop up everywhere. What else? Oh, Instagram, Coach JV _. Follow me on Instagram. You can message me there if you have any questions. TikTok, Coach JV. What else? You're on the YouTube channel. Let's get ready to rock and roll. My name is Coach JV. Like I said, I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. I'm a man who believes in God and follows the life of Jesus, non-religious. I love everybody, and I feel I'm divinely directed, divinely protected, and divinely guided. I feel I've been guided to teach people this information, and what I always tell you is don't believe a word I say. Don't believe a guy wearing people call this a tinfoil hat now, with the cutoff shirt with his own picture on it. Why would you believe me, right? Why would you believe me? You should go believe a guy in a suit that has a tie on that drives a 535 by BMW. That's who you should believe. You should not believe either one of us. You should listen and do your own research and become your own system. That's a beautiful thing. So I'm just opening up your mind and awareness for the possibilities for you as a human being. I'm not asking you to believe a word I say. What I'm asking you to do is question everything I'm saying. If I get something wrong, down in the comments, say what you mean. Don't say it mean. Let's rise together. Let's have some fun. All right, so Biden, our president, shares with us that he is going to give us a stimulus check. They are going to make it rain, money warriors. That's fantastic, right? House puts $1.9 trillion stimulus on the fast track with no GOP votes. This was updated on February 5th, 2021. Everybody's talking about it on the news, and I want to break this down for you guys on the other side of it because I know we get really excited. We got the $600 check, the $1,200 check. Now we're going to get a $1,400 stimulus check maybe? Wow, that's amazing. So you've gotten $1,200, $600, and $1,400. I want to ask you, what did you do with that money, warriors? Let's do the math. $1,200 plus $600 is $1,800. And then you add, what is that, 32, would that be $3,100? Would that be 3,000? So 15, 14, 12, 6, 18, I think it's like $3,200 if I did the math correctly. If I'm wrong, do the math for me. But so say $3,200. What did you do with that money? Did you invest it? Or did you spend it? Oh, I paid my bills. You should always pay yourself first. But let's talk about the bill, and then I'll share with you what's going on with the dollar, and I'll share with you how I teach you the game so you can't be played. As you look this way, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. And unfortunately, I have to change my words that I'm saying because I'm being shadow banned and they're watching the stuff that I'm doing, which is really awkward and weird, but that's how the life we live in. And I'm Coach JV, and I don't care, and I want to help as many people as possible. So let's go. Okay, so the House puts $1.9 trillion stimulus on the fast track with no GOP. I see enormous pain in the country, said President Biden, who is pushing forward this new plan over Republican objection. Democrats advance with plans to begin drafting the aid package next week and speed through the House by the end of the month. Here's what to know. The House gives final approval to budget plan, including $1.9 trillion stimulus fast track process. Biden says he will bar that person's name, because if I say it, it actually gets a weird thing on my thing. That's so sad. From receiving intelligence briefings saying his erratic behavior cannot be trusted. State Department lifts terrorist designation against Houthi rebels issued in that person's final days. Let's skip that stuff. Whatever. It's so silly I can't even say that person's name. House gives final approval to budget plan, including Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus fast-tracking the process. The House gave final approval on Friday to a budget blueprint that included President Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus plan, advancing it over ununanimous Republican opposition, and Democrats press forward with the plan to begin drafting the aid package next week and speed it through the House by the end of the month. Our work is to crush the C word and deliver the relief to the American people. It's urgent and the highest priority, Speaker Nancy Pelosi wrote in her letter to Democrats shortly before the bill passed a 219 to 209 margin. President Biden, speaking just before the House acted and cited weak jobs report in justifying the use of procedural device called reconciliation to ram through the measure if the Senate Republicans oppose his efforts to speed aid to families, businesses, healthcare providers, and local governments. Now let's talk about what this is going to do. I know this is exciting. You've gotten $1,200, you've gotten $600, and now you may get $1,400. Don't quote me on that. I think that's what they said. There it is right there, $1,400 right into your pocket. Now I want you to understand something. What you're getting is a deflating asset. So in 1913, that's when the Federal Reserve was created. Okay, this was the power of your US dollar. It dipped dramatically. We had the banking crisis, the Wall Street crash, 1929, right? When J.P. Morgan is is alleged that he created rumors which created banks on the markets, which crashed the market, right? Then we came back, and then we went into a gold standard. Well, look what's happened since 1971. Right around here, Warriors, right around here, we detach from this gold standard right here, and here's the value of your money. Since 1993 to 2019, and can you imagine where it's at now and where it's going to be in the future? Because more money's been printed since the C word than ever in history. And another fact too, that I'm going to paint the picture for you guys and help share with you what you may want to think about and what I'm doing. I'm managing the quantum financial system in the fourth industrial revolution. I am 98% in cryptocurrency, not a financial advice, not a financial advisor, but that's what I'm doing, and here's why. Because I'm not holding on to cash that's trash, as Ray Dalio says. Your cash is trash. You've been taught to be a saver, and that money you're saving is losing its value dramatically. That's why Warren Buffett closed out of most of his bank stocks, increased his position in Bank of America, one bank, and I know why, for 10% in my paradigm. He went into gold mines. He went into stores of value, assets, hard money, right? Instead of sitting in a dollar that's not backed by anything. And when you print $1.9 trillion into the economy to save the people, it doesn't end up helping the people. So in the short term, you get a nice little stimulus check, but in the long term, it hurts you. We are also in a flexible inflation rate right now. You have a flexible inflation rate that was approved last year by Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve. They can increase the cost of goods and services, so Cantillon effect. As your stimulus checks comes down to you, it gets to you. The wealthier people get the stimulus first. They use the money. They put it into the market. They're not doing the same thing you're doing with your stimulus check, just so you know. They're not running out and trying to pay the rent. They're not running out and buying a flat screen TV. They are investing that money and making that money grow, okay? So 1.9 trillion, they're saving the economy. Yay, here's your deflating dollar. The cost of goods and services are going up. You're in a low interest rate environment. The only way you can stimulate the economy is to either pump money into it or put credit into it. We're a debt-based society, so we are enslaved to debt. And a lot of people say cryptocurrency is the mark of the beast. Well, I'll tell you what, it says in the Bible, you're not supposed to charge interest. So we could play this game if you want to, and you're using a dollar that's been basically printed into infinity. And do you think that's really ethical, right? It's been printed into infinity. You live in a debt-based society, and it says in the Bible you're not supposed to charge interest. So which one is the mark of the beast, cryptocurrency or the dollar that you use, because your dollar is backed by credit? You wouldn't even have a dollar in your hand if there wasn't a dollar credit into the system. So can we let that go? Can we let that go and not make dark and light out of this and know that God's consciousness is real and this is God's money, and that when you raise your internal vibration to God's consciousness and higher vibration, that you can attract back money to you, that you don't need to work for money, that you should make your money work for you, because it's really not our money, it's God's money. This is our earth and we have everything we need. And when you realize you have everything you need, you'll understand the game, so you can't be played. So can we get over that? The fact that if you think that cryptocurrency is the mark of the beast, and you're following the mark of the beast, because in the Bible it says not to charge interest. So let's move that aside and let's get some generational wealth for our family so we can fix all this and move forward. Deal? Okay, so now you know there's 1.9 trillion coming into the stimulus or into the economy. This is what is happening. You have a deflating dollar. So your dollar is really worth less when you get it. It's really not worth the $1,400 by the time you get it. Cost of products and services will be better. And what most of you are going to do is you're actually going to spend it on your rent, which you could. You can spend it on your bills, but you're not going to pay yourself first. But what if you paid yourself first? What if you took these stimulus checks? What if you took $3,200 in the last year and you put it into an asset that would appreciate? You could change your life in one decision. Warriors. Okay, so I want you to think about this for just a moment. And I want you to understand the power of the cryptocurrency space and what's about to happen this year. Okay, so if all the money in the U.S. only totals $6 trillion, how can the New York Stock Exchange have stocks valued at $15 trillion? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What is that? That's a million billion. This is crazy. I mean, the stock market is so overvalued right now. But that's how much is some companies are valued, or stocks. Excuse me, 6 trillion. How can New York Stock Exchange have stocks valued at 15 trillion? Think about that. But I want you to understand the power and how big the stock market is. So I think we all know how big the stock market is, right? So there's 1.9 trillion coming into the economy. Our dollar is deflating. This is how big our stock market is, and I showed you guys the Warren Buffett model, right? It is super overvalued. It's on its way to a crash, but in the stock market, 10% is a crash, right? Crypto space, it can go up 30%, down 30%. But then you move into the speculative asset cryptocurrency. Look at the market cap, guys. It just broke $1 trillion. I think it's still over $1 trillion. It went up. Okay, so it just broke $1 trillion. So here's why this is important to you in the crypto space. It just broke $1 trillion. Do you know what that means? How much profit potential and growth there is going to be? Your stock market is massive, and this money is going to start to flow into this new asset class. And so are you too late? Absolutely not. You are at the bottom of a wave, warrior. You do not want to get on your surfboard when the wave is breaking. That's how people get wrecked, and that's how they get turned off to the stock market or the cryptocurrency space or any type of investment, because they get in when it's hot, when your grandma, baby mama's talking about it at the barbershop. That's when they get in, and then it crashes. It's called euphoria. But this is how much growth we have. We are a baby compared to the actual economy and how much money is in the economy. The stock market is massive, and cryptocurrency just broke $1 trillion. And you got CEOs like Michael Saylor, MicroStrategies, who is almost all in on Bitcoin, having conferences with other CEOs to have them move their assets into Bitcoin, warriors. There's never been a time in history like, look at me, there's never been a time like this in history for you to be part of the biggest shift in generational wealth in history. There will never be a time like this again in your history or your kids' history. We will not see a new asset class during our time. And that's the opportunity right now. So this money pumping into the economy, if people took this money and pumped it into this economy, a new asset class, which it isn't even your money, and you took this money that they're printing into infinity and you put it into an appreciating asset, it could change the whole world. You could be the catalyst to change the world, because if you have more money, you can put more money into the economy. And if you want to be wealthy beyond your wildest dreams, you know what that means? You can give a lot of people jobs who don't have ears to hear or eyes to see. Yes, I'm spitting fire because I love the life of Jesus, and Jesus would not sit back. Jesus would not sit back. He would let the people know what's actually going on. And what's actually going on is this is a printing machine. And this is what's actually going on is your dollar is deflating. So they can keep printing it as long as they keep putting credit into the economy. And the more credit you put into the economy, the lower our GDP. Well, you have to have more credit now to get more GDP, right? Our economy's screwed, guys. Okay? Your stock market's about to crash. Your crypto market is about to freaking explode, and it's exploding right now. But I'm not some guy you should listen to. I'm just a dude with this freaking tinfoil hat on, right? Cut off shirt with my, I'm just a business owner of 5 different companies and was in the banking system for 12 years, got an executive banking degree, went to CBA executive banking school, learned how to scale banks from the ground up. And I've made a lot of mistakes so I really wouldn't listen to what I'm saying. But I'm trying to do is to help you understand that you have this power, warriors, that every single one of you has the power. I don't care if you're a single mom making $30,000 a year. You are stuck in a paradigm that you believe that this isn't for you. And everybody has the exact same opportunity every single day to be part of the biggest shift in generational wealth. Let me repeat that. Every single person, I don't care if you're 91 years old and you're a grandma. I don't care if you're 18 years old and you're just getting started. I don't care if you're a single mom that your baby daddy does not pay child support. You have the biggest opportunity right now in history to be part of the biggest shift in generational wealth. And we're not just talking about cryptocurrency. We're talking about the 4th industrial revolution, the quantum financial system. And I'm just somebody who documents that and shares it with my warriors. So I know that's a lot of information, warriors. You have so much free access to me. I have a podcast, over 900 podcasts. I have 17,000 social media posts over the past 3 years. I may be exaggerating. It's around there. I didn't count every single one of them. I'm an honest dude. You're going to get me this way. We don't edit our videos. We just put videos out. If you want to be part of our Warrior Academy, you can join. I show my portfolio every single time it changes. We have a cryptocurrency call every single Thursday. We have a technical analysis team that comes on and shares the market. I share fundamental investing. We have a Discord with over 500 warriors helping and growing together. We have the best crypto community in the world. We also take you through a 120-day challenge because who cares about the money if you don't have your mind right, your gut right, and your body right? And so I take you through a 120-day mindset challenge where you learn subconscious mind programming so you can be abundant beyond your wildest dreams and know that this is available for you. So if you want to change your whole life, warriors, this is your opportunity. This is your time. So if you watch this video all the way through, what I want you to do is comment Warriors Rise down below. So if you need support, you need help, everything you need is down in the comments below. My Instagram is down there. The podcast is down there. To join the Warrior Academy is down there. If you have questions, I answer every single question. Go to my Instagram and send me a message. I will answer your question. It takes me about 24 hours. I'm answering about 400 messages a day, but I will answer your message. I love you guys. I'm on fire. I'm in rare form. This year is our year. 2020 was clear vision. 2021, this is your year. Believe it. Let's go. Warriors, rise!